necessary for you to squeeze your glutes at the top of a movement in order for your glutes to grow? The answer is no. I know a lot of people will say that they feel their glutes more when it is squeezed, and that is true. It could, help you activate your mind to muscle connection by doing that squeeze. The problem with social media and the problem with Instagram and all this stuff is that a lot of people over squeeze, and when you start to over squeeze, you could actually put your lower spine at risk. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you were to go down to squat, you're coming back up and you squeeze and you have a barbell on your back, well, I'm going to let you know that that weight that's on your back is no longer in your glutes and your legs. It is literally all on the tiny little vertebrae and discs in your back. Now, if you want to squeeze properly, you can squeeze your muscle while coming back up, but you see my spine, I'm squeezing, but my spine isn't moving. You can barely see that I'm squeezing. But because Instagram is just so granny butt squeeze trend, everybody's just coming up from their squats and just really squeezing everything. Now if you're like, well, I'm at home, I'm not really loading, so can I just do the butt squeeze because it makes my butt feel great, blah, blah, blah. Yes and no. I mean, I would seriously just stick with doing it for your activation, your warm-up exercises, because when you do eventually go back to the gym, when you do eventually start incorporating weight, that's going to be an ingrained pattern that you're just going to gravitate to, and it's going to be hard to reverse that. So I would really just, practice as you would in the gym with weight. Don't do that excessive squeeze unless you're warming up, unless you really want to activate. You can do it then. But otherwise, I would just try to steer away from it, just for sake of avoiding injury and for protecting your spine, because essentially, as much as we're training to all look good, you want to train safe. You want to make sure that you're not training in a way that will hurt you down the line. Now, if you want to do this excessive squeeze when you're doing your activation exercises, then there's no problems there. It might actually help you create the mind-muscle connection for when you do your compound lifts, but you really don't need to be doing it when you're loading heavy weight onto your body. It's just doesn't do anything. It won't increase your gains. It won't do, just keep a neutral spine and you'll be fine. When you're coming up from a squat, you're gonna go down, you're gonna come back up and bring it back to neutral. You are not gonna, and also you're not just gonna come back halfway. You really wanna bring yourself back to neutral and then complete your second squat, back to neutral. You will get a much better glute growth by going below parallel, doing a full range squat, than doing that squeeze at the top. So if you're literally just going like this, and then you will see less progress than if you were literally to go and do a full squat, come back up. Remember, no amount of glute strength, glute gains, physique goals is worth potentially injuring something that literally keeps you standing, that literally gets you from point A to point B to every little thing that you do throughout the day. So that's my opinion. I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, comment down below.